their culture, their nature, and how the wildlife they mentioned. They try to move the local community to the other area. So we work with the local community to educate them, to empower them to get the hydropower dam. And here, why we do the campaign, you will see how useful of Arai Valley is. It has like a lot of natural resources in the Cardamom Mountain. So there will be the indigenous people, they try to protect the nature because their culture and their religion, they rely on the nature and all the forest surrounded by them. So this is the documentary. He is now in the present, and the other guy, he is the former of Mother Nature Cambodia. He also used to be in jail in 2015. And if the hydropower dam were built, the whole village in the previous, it will be flooded. So all the indigenous people need to move out from their religion, from their village, and from their culture. And how can they build a better life for them? So we work with the local community, we educate them, we empower them. So we block the road that don't allow the truck to deliver, the equipment to deliver anything to build a hydropower dam. And we bring a lot of people from the city to visit the Arai Valley and to visit how beautiful it is. We build the ecotourism. We educate people and we educate the indigenous people. We empower them to believe in their power and to believe in their culture. They can get more benefit from the culture by the ecotourism, via the eco-guide. So our campaign was successful. The government, they announced that there is no hydropower dam in Arai Valley in 2015. So this is our one of the successful campaign started from our journey. The second one here is the hydropower dam. It's really useful as you can see there. is one biggest island in Cambodia that the government privatized to the leopard, the tycoon in Kokong growing. That is the friend of Polsai. So the whole island will be developed. So we try to ask the government to put it as the marine national park, that no development and have the local community in the island to develop the ecotourism site. So how we protect and how we do the our campaign to say we Kokong Island we export the trip. So there are many youth who join us. This is in the island, this is in the university, and this is in the street protest. So we do a lot of things to promote the ecotourism and to raise the awareness to and bring the people to see how the beautiful of the island. And we try to ask the young people and to promote the Kokong Island to the university students. And this is the street protest that we share the picture, the postcard, and ask the people to sign our petition to put in the Ministry of Environment to put Kokong Island to be the marine national park. And the other project is about this is like the breathing again, that everyone use the plastic. So we try to educate people to reduce the plastic. And also we do the cartoon and we do the street protest. And the thing is not all very beautiful. You see how Mother Nature Cambodia success and what we are doing, but we got a lot of threat from the government. In 2017, Mother Nature Cambodia was revoked by the Ministry of the Interior, and also start from 2015 until now, there are 11 people that have been imprisoned, at least one, and now 5 of them are still imprisoned right now. And 6 activists charged of plotting against the government and insulting the king. So the 6 activists, they have 5 who we do the right for life campaign that Adam said in the previous session, and include me. So I used to be in jail in 2021 here. This is 2024, so I didn't change it. In 2021, I got arrested with the order to politics, and they charged me of plotting against the government and insulting the king. I spent 5 months in jail with the order to women activists in Fulkai and this is long here. So because of the charges in 2024, so the April is 21. In 2024 on July 2nd, the Phnom Penh court sentenced us to be 6 to 8 years in prison. And when they arrested, they used the violence and it's just like the harassment on our women activists. As you can see, we don't want to post the real photo here, but this is the cartoon that we create. So they try to harassment on our women activists. This is me when I got arrested. This is the video. We got charged from the court in 2021 on plotting against the government and insulting the king. And I was arrested when I do collect the sewage which flew directly to the river. And the authorities, they go there, they wait us there to arrest us and send us to the voice to international level. So because of I am the finance of the team, I am the accounting in Mother Nature Cambodia. I need to left the country before the verdict announced. So I left the country in May before the first trial. So luckily I did it on time, and the court sentenced them to from 8 years to 6, from 6 to 8 years in prison. And I also got sentenced by the government to 8 years in prison, also not just only them. And I can't go back to Cambodia. Since then, I have a lot of responsibility to the team. It's not just only for my daily work like before. I need to carry a lot of stuff with them. And I also feel guilty with, because I leave them alone. In 2021, the government tried to convince us to join the government, and they didn't. And we promised each other that if we release, or if we are in jail, we will be in jail together. And if we release, we have the freedom, we will have the freedom together. But I am the one who have the freedom, not the fight. So I feel guilty, and I feel guilt every day. And I try to do my best to do the campaign of the relief campaign, and to try to do the fundraising for them, because some of them, they have family, they have the children to afford. Because there is no justice for the activists, especially for the frontline activists, and they all sitting in front of the court waiting for the sentence were announced, and the police just coming to arrest us with the violence and harassment on the women activists.
Really tall, right?
be proud of me, and they all the family proud of their child. And because of the thought that many international friends and also many people, they call our name, and also they try to ask the government to release us. So that it's not only the letter that you write to us, it is just what it is about the support, and it's really important to our family and for support, because the family is also in the great step, but they play the important role to support our activities in prison. Some of family, the wife, play the role as the wife, as the mother, and also as the father. They need to take care of the child, and also they also play the role as the good wife to bring the food for their husband. And the mother tries to play her role to take care of her child, even they are in prison right now. She tries to bring the food. She remember how their child, the favorite food of their child. So it's really important to our family that they saw there are many people in not just only in Cambodia but also in the international stage. They are support us and they are staying with us. And also what Amnesty International doing right now, they are trying to explain what Mother Nature Cambodia is doing, trying to explain to the students, to the people in Canada, and not just only in Canada but in the other country. Like I used to do the present with students in Germany, in Poland, and also in France. So it's really important to our activists to expand more and to let the people know what's going on right now to our activities. And also networking, it is really important that we got connected to the other activists and other people. It's just like here, you are coming here to see what's going on with Mother Nature Cambodia and to see how we all can be together. And here it's just like we are more than just a movement. We are inspired and inspiration of Cambodian people to love the nature. And okay. So one day I think our five activists, I was in the Zoom call, I saw how the government and authority arrest them without I can't do anything at that time. And we try to find the location where they are right now. And for a day, we don't know where they were because the authority, they don't allow it. Even the lawyer and even the family know their location. After a day, we got the information that 5 of our activists were in the separate prison in the different provinces, and it's really far away from their family, and they are staying alone in those prisons. And the last one is that we cannot choose where we are born, even the country or the family. But one thing we can choose a good leader who bring us a better life and who can bring us the value that we all in the same value, not just only like, okay, they can violate and they can harass our activists. It's just not like that. So I hope that we, to my people and to the Cambodian people, believe in the power. We can choose a better leader who can bring us a better life. Thank you.
Related to the psychological aspect, the way that we take the people, the children or member of the family far away, that destroy, because we are human, we have to communicate. We need the warm love from our parents, from our family. So that way the people just destroy. The person is completely destroyed, and as our has said, because one the family, the home in Cambodian province, and they put example in Ratnakiri, it is very far because the road over there is not the same in Canada. Very far, and to access to visit the family in the detention, the family have to pay. Otherwise, they cannot go inside to meet their husband or their children. It is a lot of ways, so please.
They put our activities in separate places and different provinces. Like one is Vancouver and their family in Montreal. It's just like this way. So the family need to spend at some family need to spend 2 days or 3 days just to visit them. Only 15 to 20 minutes. So they spend a lot of days just only the police prisoners that allow them to be only 15 minutes. So they need to spend a day to travel there and only 15 minutes and then they need to travel back. So they need 2 days just only to visit our activity for 15 minutes or to 20 minutes. If they are happy, they will, if we ask them to explain more and can we talk to our family, so they feel like, okay, they will give our activity 5 extra 5 minutes. And they spend a lot of money on the travel and also accommodation to visit our activity together. So now we try to do some fundraising to support them at least. Their family can visit them once a month. It's just like to give them more insight, more support, and also more food that they can afford to.
I completely understand the feeling that you feel guilty. It is understandable. After the virus, a lot of people that survive on the virus, they feel guilty of surviving from the genocide. So this is the same feeling. So this is, if you have a question on the side of our guest, please. If you don't, I can start. I have a big role, so I have the power to take my own question first. Thank you. Can you tell us? Yes, I see the hand raised. I said I have the power. Can you tell us more about 5 months in detention? How is your daily life in that place?
Thank you for the question. It's like when I was reading, there are a lot of questions about this kind of thing, and I told them even in the media that I am the happiest prisoner in the world. So it's not like that. For the first week, I counted an hour. We don't have a clock, so it's nearby. There are targets nearby. They will sound the bell. It's just like if one bell, it means 1 o'clock. If 2 bells, it means 2 o'clock. So I count the time every 1 o'clock, every 1 o'clock, every day, and I counted that how many times I counted, I don't know, and I can't sleep at the night time because at the time the government they use the COVID situation and they put me survive if the court sentenced me to be in prison for 15 years. So at that time, I transformed from the sentence to the habit to the survival. I try to learn from the other prisoner. I try to join the other activity in the prison. And in the morning, I woke up at 5 o'clock to do the exercise with the other prisoner and to do some stuff like cooking or doing something. And at the night time, I read the book for all the prisoners in the room. They listen to the book, and sometimes I read the novel, the ghost story, everything, the funny story. So to let them just like listen to what I am reading because they don't know how to read. So I read the book for them for a month, and then they took me from the quarantine room to the other room, which I can be together with the other women activists. Put that made here and local here. So I try to join all the party and all the activity in the prison. Like they have a birthday party, they have the wedding party. It's not like a big party, it's just like a potluck that we bring the food together to join their wedding or their birthday. So I try to enjoy every moment in the prison. So I laugh every day with the other prisoner. I learn from them. I make friends with them. They are so good. They are kind to us, and they share food. And when I told them that I miss my mom, I miss the fried rice from my mom, and tomorrow they fry rice and they cook food for us. It's just like this way. And we also convict and success one protest in the prison. It is about the sewage also. So even in the prison, we still do the protest. So when the people ask me how my life in the prison, I told them maybe I am the happiest one in the world who happy to be in prison.
Est-ce que j'ai plutôt une question au public? Est-ce que vous comprenez tous en anglais ou est-ce que vous avez besoin d'une traduction?มีแต่หน้าออกจนที่ภาษาฝรั่งอังกฤษการที่ภาษาไทยนมที่สาม
And one more thing is that I question to myself that even I live my life in a day with a bad feeling, a good feeling is still a day. So why I don't choose to be happy? So that's why I try to choose to accuse in every action in prison. So when they do the exercise, I try them to do the exercise. When they are dancing, I try them dancing. I thinking, I do everything to make me happy.
On voit que Rota est très positif à travers des moments extrêmement difficiles, extrêmement. Elle a une pensée, elle a développé une façon, une attitude très positive pour survivre à travers ça. Alors, Rota doit nous apprendre comment danser là. You show her how to dance. Okay, the question, please.
Hello, Rata. Great to meet you. First of all, just want to say thank you very much for what you have done. It's amazing of you and your team have done. And I do agree with you that, for example, forcing the indigenous people from their land, so it really destroyed their culture, their language, their memory, all these things, and also like deforesting, like we know that in Cambodia, we are living the consequence of what happened, which when there's a flood, there's a plenty of flood everywhere, and when the tree was there, the tree out to kind of slow down the flood and all that, and also this to the farmer, right, have an opportunity to stay there to live here. But my message to you is like, don't feel guilty about that because you did an amazing job. Like you transform the guilt into the energy to spread the word for other people to know, because not a lot of people who know this. It's amazing. We are proud of you and the mission that you have had. So I have two short questions to you. First of all, like what is the way to communicate with the people who live in the prison? How do you get news and how do you communicate to know how they are doing? And second question, you mentioned that they are sentenced to 6 to 8 years, right? So do you think they have to do their sentence up to 8 years? Is there a way to help them to be released faster? Thank you.
Thank you, Bob. For the first question, we keep communicate and keep in touch with their family. So we have like the meeting with their family, and I also promise them that I will be a good child to replace their place even they are not here. I try to do my best, just like to keep them how they are going. If they need anything, I try to buy it online and deliver it to their house. So that is what I can do for them, and to keep them informed what they are doing here, and to ask them what's going on with our activities in prison. And the one more thing related to the court, we keep communicate and keep in touch with the lawyer, because we have the same lawyer. I was also charged and sentenced to 8 years in prison, so we have the same lawyer. Every time we have any sentence or any court case, the lawyer will inform me. So this is the way that we keep communicate and keep informed and keep up to date the information from the activists in prison, because there is only the family who can visit them. The authority and also the prisoner that they don't allow the other people, even the friends, to visit them in prison. They will ask for the family book to see do you have the name of the family book. If you don't, you can go to visit them and to talk to them. And the second question, the best way is what I experienced with that, and we used to see how the regime do with the activists, is to put much pressure to them. If we are silent, we will be in jail up to 8 years. And if we not silent, we have the opportunity to release before the sentence comes. So we live in the void, and we live in our power. So we don't accept that, and we mobilize people to join our activity, to join our campaign, and we keep putting the pressure to the government to release our activities. And we do the educate, not just only with the local or international, but we also do in the diploma level. We met with the many Ministry of Foreign Affairs mostly in the European country, and also we work with our networking, especially with the Right Livelihood and also Amnesty International, to advocate and to put our text in the UN. So there is a lot of things that we are doing, that we have been doing right now. So we hope that our activities will be released soon. And I told them, it's just like a funny thing, I told them that when they are released, I will ask for a leave for a year because I feel stressed. I want to take time to for myself and to go to visit some places without them. It's just like a joke.
How beautiful daughter, sister, she is. She really a good person in family. So there is a second question.
Thank you for all the beautiful presentations. I have it's a series of questions. Maybe you can just all comment as you feel inclined. The first, I guess it relates about how we relate with Cambodia from afar. We have the prospective election of the diaspora, and I'm curious about what are the thoughts that this election can accomplish when it will have no power in Cambodia. But maybe it's very important, nevertheless, to do so, that it can be, and is it thought to be a government in exile like the Tibetans have, or is it more of a community building internationally? And the next part is all of you are involved from afar in these crucial and important issues, and I'm curious how much you're able to connect with Cambodia in terms of like any emails or calling or going there. I mean, clearly you can't go, obviously. I wonder if the others are able to go to Cambodia. If not, will you be arrested? What happens to people who get involved in this space, in the space of advocating for things to improve, for things to support this beautiful Khmer culture, which then instantly bleeds into something more organizational and then can become political, even though you may not even initially have that in mind. It clearly has an element of that, and that maybe it's the government of the day may change, may not change, but I'm curious what that's like right now in terms of blocking this kind of work, how we communicate with there, and also what we do from the diaspora perspective.
Thank you. So,
thank you. What's your name again? Thomas. Thank you, Thomas. Very good question. I answer to 3 points. First point, as a member of diaspora, I have been through academic research, also community-based development, and down to earth. I see that diaspora plays a vital role to improve political, economic, and social justice in Cambodia. But the thing that the government, led by Mr. Hun Sen, have been doing is try to confront us. Sometimes they send people that speak bad and sneering at them, insult them, and they say that those people are diaspora members. So that's why I said, no, diaspora members try to work in principle, not to insult you. Yeah, don't insult. That's why Facebook, the many activists that come out in the diaspora community and try to speak bad on them, and the response is there is severe intimidation, and sometimes they go out and reach out to family members in the countryside, and also transnational oppression also happening everywhere. And I try to ensure that we are safe, typically speaking, because in this country we play principle. We don't play like carrot and stone, like stick and soft, stick and stone, carrot and stick. We play with the stick or stone, but we play with the principle, like Surata herself, Mother Nature. They play with principle, but they try to twist the situation. In here, we don't have a court or law of court that arrest people by just speaking up. But in Cambodia, they can change verbal voice into a criminal voice. Mother Nature, for example. And many other activists, including Buddhism, have been blocked. So very severe condition that they play very violent politics still existing in Cambodia, and they understand the existing PTSD problem and trauma. So they don't hear the trauma, but we try to make sure the trauma and PTSD can take advantage from that. And one diaspora community that we are playing right now, we try to have what we call overseas Cambodian National Assembly. That is part of the principle of the play. We focus on policies such as elections. Okay, we have to play like fair and just and acceptable elections. Because we have a nationalization committee in Cambodia, they play very biased politics, like election is just a manipulation, just a facade of democracy, what we can say. And like myself, I am nominated as the president of the overseas election committee. I have 9 members, and we have representatives from Canada, and 3 from United States, and 1 from South Korea, 1 from Japan, and 1 from New Zealand, and 1 from Australia, and 1 from Europe. So we try to spread the policy that, okay, let's the election. We could not get Cambodian overseas to electoral abroad to make a change to balance. So right now we elect ourselves in abroad, so that we can member parliament in abroad, which is very informal, not a formal one. So what I mean is informal, we are volunteering person, no salary, like myself, I spend my own money, travel around and teach people, and thank goodness for KLB, Madam Guru, we supportive, and like the youth movement group, we want to see my and work, very supportive, they are Generation Z, we want them to focus on principles, not to confront the dictator. And also, until today, we got many people registered, and the timeline is June 1st, we will start to select candidates, and we have many members that try to be candidates, and especially women, young women. And after that, we will start election. We will start June, July, August. We start election, and all is online. We do an online election. Like you know, in Canada, we have 3 options for election. We have in person, and also by mail and by online. So for us, we only conduct online only. Yeah, online only. And registration after the election, and the declaration of the result is in October 23rd for 2026. So this is the first project, and I think historical project, and we will elect only 80 members. And many questions that in Cambodia there are 125 members. But we research about population like 1,111,000, like you see in the statistics. And we separate into constituency, and we only have 80, and another more than 35 people in Thailand. We have in Thailand almost 2 million migrant workers, but right now we could not do a contact and do a safe registration with them in Thailand. You know that, right? So that's why we only connect only 18 members. Maybe another 2 years, because the mandate of the assembly only 2-year mandate, and there will be another election after 2028, I think, around that. So we will include Thailand is safe to register, and it would be 125. This is called online assembly. Okay, we conduct meeting mostly online, virtual platform, and the duty of the member of parliament is not different from member of parliament in Cambodia or in Canada or in the United States. First, they have to amend the law, create the law, and they have to support the member in the diaspora community that elected for them, who elected for them. And after they will set up policy to solve the problem in Cambodia, such as migrant workers, such as union, such as foreign invasion, like right now, Thai invasion, and especially scamming problem in Cambodia right now. So they will have a lot of expertise support them behind, and secretary support them behind. The parliament will amend the law, amend the policy, and declare the policy that impact Cambodia as whole. That is for the community as well as Cambodian people inside the country. So right now in Cambodia, many people want to register, but they cannot do it because we don't allow inside the country, only outside only. Many Cambodian people inside the country, they cannot speak up and tell us, and they refer to their family member outside the country to register. Thank you.
So if it answers to your question, it's look like TB.
One of his questions had not answered about the hope of the old secret.
Oh, can I sorry, I forgot one point.
Yeah, can
Sorry,
you
yeah,
explain
hope,
hope,
yeah.
how can you
Yeah, sorry. I spent 14 years as a Buddhist monk, and I believe in original interdependence. That is teaching. They call it rejection back. So yeah, it's called an effect. So what we do is interconnected. Like Suratara is civic engagement. Like myself, I don't consider I'm a political professional. So I don't have any desire to be a politician at all. But I try to provide civic engagement in the way that people go on principle. And we talk with Rata all the time, and how can we do that? So right now I talk with him in upcoming conference, it is conference, right? Very big event in Cambodia. Mark Conley, Prime Minister of Canada, will to join the conference. I think with the President from the United States, from Global will join. Yeah. So there may be a party in Cambodia to legitimize the power of Mr. President, right? So I think Suratara realized it too. We should not let this party to be freely enjoy and legitimize its power. We should speak out loud whatever we can do to get our voice concerned, like in here, Canada, Marconi, by signature, petition, or by letter individually. So the voice will be heard, and Marconi has to speak up to Cambodia. Whatever to release Kampuchea, political prisoner, taxi staff, and many other prisoners of conscience. And also five young people. Those very important young generation. This should not be awarded. It's like not in prison. It should be awarded. In Canada, it will be awarded, but in Cambodia, it's contradicted. So I think this upcoming depends on our audience here. How do you think? How you can impact? Your voice is important. For this upcoming November from opposing party in Cambodia.
To answer the question Mr. Thomas was asking, I believe you were asking also if we were scared, what we do, if we're willing to continue. As for me, yes, we will continue even we know that we will be somehow in a blacklist somehow. Especially for me because now I'm more upfront, I'm doing more. So for sure. I believe myself that I probably not 100% that it will be on blacklist. So yes, the thing is that's what they want to do. That's what they want you to scare. They want you to move away. So that way, then so then they can do whatever they want. So that's why us, or I'm just saying me. No, we cannot stop. We will go and move on and further and further. We want to. For a better Cambodia, we want a real democracy. So no, we are not afraid. She's not afraid. They are not afraid. All of us are not afraid. That's why we're all here to talk about the real thing. And yeah, so we'll see, and hopefully we'll see. He's gonna scare us. Yeah. So I was gonna say that we are not scared, and they're gonna scare of us. Yes. So. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, now I believe there's some hope. Anything, even I think her, she has hope. I believe the most of us are advocating here. I believe we have some hope. Even a little bit, but we have some hope. And again, like Sony said, yes, Dam will suffer. I believe he suffer. He cannot sleep. I tell you. I don't believe he can sleep well. This poor father of français en il y a des espoirs qu'on a fait jusqu'à là, et aussi dans le futur. Et nous croyons très bien qu'il y a des espoirs. On a travaillé fort, on a sacrifié beaucoup de temps, beaucoup d'argent, beaucoup de... En tout cas, toute la communauté, on travaille fort et vous voyez tous les mouvements à travers le monde. Je crois bien qu'il a peur. Présentement, il a très peur. C'est ça qu'il fait, qu'il donne tout ce que le gouvernement thaïlandais voulait, juste pour garder son pouvoir. Parce que aux autres, le pouvoir, c'est le principal désir à tout prix.
I want to add more before we enter the question.
Thank you for your question. For the first question, it's about how we connect with the local people in Cambodia. Now it is about the technology era, so we use the technology and we use the social media to connect with the people in Cambodia, and also we keep in touch with them by talking to them, by getting out there and what's going on in Cambodia right now, and we bring their voice to the international level. So it's just like for the people who can speak because they are in Cambodia, so we will speak instead of them. We will use their voice. If we use our voice for them, we will ask for the justice. We will ask for the peace. That is the real peace for the people in Cambodia, and also we will trust between people, and like most of the Cambodian people, they send us the message to update about what's going on in Cambodia, and sometimes we don't know about what's going on. Some information we got from the local people, so that is what they are doing right now to present their problem, their issue to the people and to the authorities. Like here, we have the problem on the environmental and human rights issues. So how can the authority and the government deal with it? So this is what we are doing, and keep in touch and build and get informed and to transfer and also to empower people in Cambodia and to keep connected. And for hope, we remain hope. It's just like I remember when I was arrested and they detained me in the dark room. It's really dark. So it's just only a small light can bring me hope. So I believe that even if it's small, or even it's just like 0.0% of hope, it's still hope. And we together, I have like 0, and you have 0, together, we will build 100% of hope and we can change. And the question, if we are afraid, honestly, I'm afraid, to be honest. I'm afraid to be in jail. I'm afraid that they will put me in jail and they sentence me to 15 years. At that time, I really afraid. But one thing that I'm mostly afraid, they will hold my freedom, not just only and my voice. It's not just only me in prison. And once I build up, and how can I build a better life for not just only for me, but for my family and for my people. So, and we transfer, not just only me, but my relation Cambodia and the other activists in Cambodia, we transfer the fear to the power, to the motivation. Sometimes we told ourselves that because of the government, they are afraid of our voice. That is why they silence us. Because of they know that we have the power, that is why they sentence us to 8 years in prison. because they know that we will build a better future for the people. That is why they try to kick us out of the country. And we always remember that the sentence to 8 years in prison is the award from the government. Because of the government spread us, that is allow me to get the opportunity to Canada to get the one network into this non-network and to learn about how the democratic country they are doing and how can we transfer it and how can we inform the people and how can we mobilize the people. This is what we always transfer and get a positive hope and the positive way to transfer our idea to what we can like transfer the idea to the power.
So thank you. I just want to thank all of you for this extremely informative, insightful, and very inspiring panel. And I think it's great that you're raising awareness of these extremely important issues of human rights and democracy. So I have questions for Sunata and also for Sokon. Yeah, about the overseas citizen center. My question to Sunata, and I think you're extremely articulate in explaining the issues. I'm very grateful for that. My question is this. So I'm aware of Thailand. I studied Thailand, and the brutality that you showed in the video is very stunning, very shocking. And I've seen some of the things on Thailand, Article 112, especially led by this. In Thailand, however, the movement for the challenge to Les Majest, to Article 112 and the question of human rights there has expanded much more broadly to encompass a wide youth and student movement, and it has from a small group of activists that are become very strong, and there is pretty much a strong consensus across the youth, including high school, that this is a huge problem that needs to be changed. Part of the question was Majest, where supposed insult to monarchy can lead to 15 years in prison. So my question to you is this. What is the linkage of Mother Nature with other social movement groups, such as, I don't know, unions or related to textile workers in Cambodia and into universities and student groups? Is there, in fact, a wider base or strategic communication about these questions of human rights? Because seeing that video and the brutality of that, what strikes me is the isolation of, or the situation of being so isolated. And so my question is what is the potential for breadth, or to what extent is the group thinking wider in terms of capacity of a larger collective movement? Because ultimately this is a question of a larger collective response to brutal action. My question to Sokon is about the dynamics of the Khmer Overseas Citizens Assembly. I have many questions and I find it extremely interesting. I guess two big questions, two broad questions. One is the question of legitimacy. So in response to criticism that this is not obviously the response that the Humanite government would be, this is not a legitimate act. This is not a national government. What is the response to that on the question of legitimacy? And so if one looks at the specific dynamics of setting this up, do numbers matter? So what would be a number, say for the registration or in terms of actual number of people voting, that would raise a more legitimate position for this kind of process? There's regional breadth and across overseas community. Does it matter that you would get registration and votes across different regions of the world so that you can say you had a wide constituency and it's not concentrated in particular sectors or particular demographics? Another question is do you have a model for this assembly? Is there any other government in exile historically that has set this up in a very successful manner, particularly online, these kinds of questions I'd like to ask about the nature of the process and the question of legitimacy. And then related to that is, and I'll stop here, what is the ultimate goal? Is the ultimate goal raising awareness of this, of the question of the nature of the government? Is it United Nations? Is it the question of the United Nations seat? How far does this go in terms of a vision of change? Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Professor, for your question. So, to understand the situation between Thai and Cambodia is that we the same in the two countries. So, we still have the law on trafficking of 112 like in Thailand. But the different thing is that in Thailand, they still have the opposite party. They allow the independent media and non-profit organization, local NGO, and also international NGO to attend in Thailand. And also they have the UN CEROC based in Thailand also. So there are many independent organizations are based in Thailand. And they can like connected to each other. They can legally to operate the training workshop or anything related to the human rights, environmental rights, and sexual rights, LGBT rights, anything. But the fact is that in Cambodia, we have just only one party. We have a lot of parties, but the party is created by the regime. So there is only one party. They play or they fight in the battle just only for themselves. And one thing is that they try to use the drama that people, especially for our parent generation, to put the pressure and to isolate the people. So they try to isolate the movement, the organization, the other group, or even the community to work like independently, to work alone, not to be together. And for example, when we, in 2017, when we fighting against the Sesan hydrocarbon dam 2, the government, they call that all the NGO created by the non-governmental Cambodia, that is like the foreigner organization got funding by the foreign against the government, like the CIA, just like something like that, that to isolate the non-profit organization in Cambodia, not to work with the activists. And we try to build the trust between the local community, the indigenous community, and also the movement with the non-profit organization, but not openly because they don't allow us to do that kind of thing. And one more thing is that in Cambodia we have the Lambo law. That is the prohibition on the non-profit organization that they have the limited activity that they can do. And so that is why we don't register again, because at the moment we can do what we can related to the law and non-violent. But for the non-profit organization, they have the restrict action that they can do. So that is why some activity, the non-profit organization, they can support the activity, and some activity they need to be careful because they need to do the report to the Ministry of Interior, and also they do need to do the report to the government. So it is really hard for movement and also for the classroom in Cambodia to trust, to build the trust. And one more thing is that the regime, they try to use the tactics that they use the money to buy or to get the activists to involve with them. So especially for the opposite party and also for the activists who have like the financial issues, they will get the money from the regime and join the regime automatically. And once they join the regime, they will coming back to fight with the social activists and environmental activists that they are the CIA agent, or they are like they try to do the color revolution to against the people because they know about those people, they know about their plan. So that is why they try to make the people feeling isolated and not to trust to each other. So just right now we try to build trust between movement to the students in the university. We just like this is the kind that we are doing right now, and especially with also with the community, local community, and we still have in touch with some local organizations, but not much. Thank you.
No. Thank you, sir. Your question is very legitimate. First, bring us our attention to mobilize this campaign. This is about two things. First thing is about freedom of association in free country, which is Cambodia. In Cambodia, my understanding about the nature first is they register with the ministry of interior and they vote it. But in here, you can make association without registration. That is one of the model of the overseas citizen assembly. We are not going to register as a non-profit because we are very proud as voter community around the world. But the second thing is about protection of privacy and data usage. We are very aware about this movement because we might expect something that can happen because it is not politics, but it is politics. And we hired a lawyer in New York, and also he is also the lawyer for human rights and also a lawyer for election monitoring system. So we have a system that protects privacy and also interpret the law, not only in the US, also in Canada, in South Korea, and Japan. We try to do research about protection of privacy legislation. When citizens overseas register, we only take information as an identity to verify the land, date of birth, and residency. Because this is about the credibility of our work. Not only just go and vote and pick, no. It's about the voter. And about the constituency, we did the research. We take statistics from the government for the population of Cambodians as for the community in each country. That's why we came up with the number, the 1,100,000. And we expect to be registered about 3%. So maybe 10,000. It is legitimate government outside country, government something. Sorry, I said word government, maybe not. Yeah, it's the brand new model if you ask about the model. But if you register on Tibetan population, they do the same thing. They do election online as well, and ask for the community around the world online election for the parliament. If you go to United Nations, there's some other brand like UNTO, indigenous organization. They call non-governmental citizen country, and I think background population also remember. So they have that model. So it's talk about model. So nature of process, I try to explain that it's online system only. In Canada, we don't need to register for it. From 18, we can do that. In Cambodia, you have to register to vote, and after that, you will check your land in the public board to see your land is correct or not. And on the day of election, they go 1 day land of election. Only from 7 o'clock until 2 p.m. Only 1 day. Yeah. Very forceful election. And make the elector very difficult to go and elect. Because they start their daily job, daily work, family, nurturing, right? This is not free election. It is like why the elector and National Election Committee of Cambodia make so difficult for the elector? Because they want to distort the election. For us, I plead to all the legislation that okay, only registration that we need. You don't need to verify the land. In Australia, there are many registration, many people. After they register, they ask us to show them their land in the system. I cannot show them. Because our privacy, we don't show them. When you register, you already are complete. But if you have question, we will contact you. And we will send you the ballot. There is a special code to the phone. The ballot only will send to the text of the telephone. And we are facing challenges in Japan. Because Japan, many migrant worker doesn't have a valid phone number. Because Japan system, we have two SIM cards for the cell phone. One is you can only use internet and talk from the domestic country. You cannot accept from text from outside the country. So this is a big challenge too. But it is all the problem. We use email too to verify both email and cell phone number. Like in Canada, too, not every register have cell phone. So like Google brother, he tell it in the family that okay, they have only one cell phone. So they use the same cell phone, wife, husband. And also children, they do only one cell phone. So the solution that we do, okay, if you do one cell phone, make sure that when we text you, you agree with your mother, you agree with the father, you agree with the children that you use that cell phone to register vote, but we assign a different number of elections. You cannot elect the same time, elect the same time. There are a lot of challenges in the processes that we're doing. But again, online and cell phone, that is the need we do. So ultimate goals, yes, we have our ultimate goals. First ultimate goal is changing, let me say. We are the agent of change. So like not Gandhi say that you are the agent of change. You want to see the world, right? You want to see the pretty as well, you have to be an agent of change. And like Martin Luther King said that injustice anywhere destroys justice everywhere. This is what I teach Cambodian people. Why they so selfish? They don't see the world, they don't see the environment surrounding them. Injustice happens everywhere, they can ignore it, right? That's not good. We have to feed them a lot of education. Yeah. I was a monk before, when I preach, I will preach the people to donate money in order to give to heaven. No, I don't say that. Money cannot take you to heaven. If you can solve the program, if you face in prison, in fellowship. So, mobilization, grassroots mobilization, we could not conduct in Cambodia for sure right now, but we should conduct in here. By register to vote and have a assembly election. As I understood. And this is a neutral body. Like myself, the National Election Committee outside, I am a neutral. I play with technical, professional, ethical, and neutral. That is about 5 pillars, 5 principles. It's very safe for everyone to play this. And this is good to mobilize. I have to be clear about this because it's safe. Another goal is political participation. And this is like social, economic, and political participation. Like I'm volunteering, and the member of the also volunteer too. But we can see the power of volunteer. Right? In Cambodian mindset, we don't see it. We see only materialism. So they only praise the people with high status, high power. Okay. They respect them, they worship them. That is very materialistic society. So we respect in here, we respect people in here. We are down to earth. Yeah? So the people good or bad, not about the clothes, not about the new car, not about the money, not about the big house, but about how you engage in civic engagement. So this is our second goal. And the third goal is democratic value and human rights, and the freedom of association, like I mentioned. So these 3 goals that we expect, and I think there will be a great impact and great concert with international mobilization of Cambodian diaspora community. Thank you.
Thank you for the answer.
Anh chị có thể gặp lại các bạn đi tới trên hình thành cảm xúc có thể cho các bạn sắp tới. Anh số mình sẽ được bút và chụp về đây các bạn có thể có các bạn cùng lúc chặt cùng các bạn sẽ trong đó. Cái này nhóm các bạn đang làm bàiทั้งสองnhà xa và kỳ phải cho con suyต่อหุ่นแซนเป็นคาเดี๋ยวดอยเองแขกสิคาซีเดียรีเวียดนามหอยเชียงปลาเนี่ยให้หุ่นแซนที่แม่กับหอยยืนเยอะเป็นตรังวันโจรสเกียร์จับๆนั้นอาสมบอกเนี่ยยืนหน้าบุญร้านนะอันเป็นสำนวนได้เรียบร้อยเรื่องราวว่าเยอะยืนดังนั้นใครกับเราไม่ยืนหน้ายืนดังหัวให้เยอะเธอการนี้ตั้งปีชนะเก่าใบหมอนะการนี้ยืนเป็นภูมิให้หมายตกปัดตายในโตมองอยู่ได้ออกบุญโอ้ออกเปิดไปทำจะมาตัวนี่เราเป็นโมฆะสิThank you. That's our message.
So, as I said, it is 5 o'clock. We can end, or we can stay for a few minutes for more questions. But before, I would like to ask, as a person in this on this planet, we can do many things. I remember when I wrote my thesis, I used the word "block of gold." Why I use that block of gold? Because I love that food. And some block of gold, you know, many things to add. Calling, pray, or hop and pray, walk, alive. So we are like some block of gold. If you want to delicious that food, all of us can do many things to add in that block of gold. So this is my comment. And I really appreciate the organizer, especially to Amnesty International, who is very committed. Not only in Cambodia, but around the world. Donc, je tiens à remercier spécialement Amnesty International qui organisé cet événement. Et je crois bien que ce n'est pas la dernière fois. C'est un président, mais ce ne sera pas la dernière fois. Alors, merci de votre générosité, de temps et le désir de grandir, améliorer les conditions de vie dans différents pays, pas seulement au Cambodge, mais dans tellement de pays qui ont souffert, oui, effectivement, même au Canada. Donc, j'apprécie et je souhaite qu'il y ait d'autres événements ici auprès de notre communauté, la communauté cambodgienne. Et je tiens à remercier les 5 présentateurs qui sont experts dans le savoir, dans le sujet, dans le topic très très enrichissant. Moi, je vais dormir avec plus de connaissances ce soir. Et merci de votre participation, merci de votre temps pour cet après-midi, en beau dimanche ensoleillé et journée de fête de mer, que nous souhaitons tous être avec notre être cher. Alors, juste penser aux autres qui ne pouvons pas dormir sur le bon lit confortable, sans moustiques, sans punaises, avoir des douches bien chaudes en bon bain. séparer de leur famille, séparer de toutes les aides le plus chères. Alors, je vais juste laisser un mot pour dire que nous allons faire quelque chose en tant que l'être humain que nous devons faire un petit pas. Et chaque petit pas, ça donne le grand pas. Merci encore. Alors, je vous laisse partir.
ថែមតិចនេះគឺខ្មែរចាប់ខ្ញុំអរគុណណាអរគុណបងប្អូនទាំងអស់គ្នាដែលឆ្លៀតពេលមកធ្វើចូលសំសាទនិយាយខាងគឺថាអស្ចារ្យមែនតែបរិបទ special องเซลเราไปยึดใต้ไปคนเดียวกันว่าเราจะลาเซลล์ยาวมาเป็นอะไรที่ดูคุยพิชิตสมัยมาสักปีเลยสักดิซึม40 vài anh tốt là lúc này cả là số mà sẽ tốt xong lưỡi yang có bởi vì đều không